connect. Live from the parking lot of the Sacramento Natural Foods Co-op in Sacramento. This is usually the first parking lot on Parking Lot Tuesday. But because Constance and I are elderly people, we forget what day it is. So, is it Tuesday?
No, honey. No. Carla, our car. Really?
Look at all of this. Look at that, how clean that looks.
It's nicer than the
So,
Sprouse puppy.
I'm going to turn it to you.
It's nicer than the Sprouse puppy, but it's more expensive too. Although it's closer to the house, so it's our first stop. It's Saturday because we're not going to Sprouts this week. 2 weeks without Sprouts, and we almost didn't come here either. It's Saturday. It's awful. There's more traffic. But Carla, our car, has been in the shop for about 3 weeks.
2 weeks, 10 days or so. Yeah.
Really? So, anyway, it seems like an eternity. I went to Trader Joe's on the bicycle.
Yes, that was a heroic.
Yes, it was heroic because I have to walk it quite a bit. There's too much traffic. But anyway, it's Saturday, so we don't want to be out of coffee mostly.
God,
I
no.
only make it once a day in 1 cup, but that's no coffee, no respite from all the rest. So but it's Saturday, and some people don't have to go to work. Lots of people do. I mean a job. Almost everybody.
You work 24 hours a day. You work 3 jobs, 24 hours a day.
No, I used to have. Never mind. I'm just. What was I saying? Some people have jobs where they get off for the weekend, and hopefully that the jobs that they have during the week are more of their vocation or their calling, or they get to express their true interests and their talents and their passions. But more than likely, probably not these days. But if you're lucky to have any time off during the weekend or today, take an hour or so to do something that expresses the more authentic you, your calling, your vocation, something that makes you feel really good just for you, and you're probably going to want to do it by yourself. But unless, what do I know? I don't know what by yourself means.
Yes, it's been a while. Yeah.
So anyway, have a good Saturday.
Oh,
Get some rest.
Tell everyone how the car looks. How Carla looks.
Carla, it's supposedly not going to leak, so they fixed all the windows. But they left somehow our stickers on the back. I'm so pleased you can't see. But our old faded, we want Bernie's sticker is on the back. But they did take off our flying saucer sticker in the front because they painted the roof and the front and the back and cleaned out the inside of the car and fixed a bunch of all the hideous. It was leaking terribly when it rained because Sacramento has hurt it. Sacramento hurt Carla. It was going to kill Carla.
Don't say kill until we're gone. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't made it back yet, so we're not there. We're knocking on. We don't have any wood here. We're knocking on.
We're looking at surface streets all the way back to Southern California. Yeah. We're looking for a 2-week trip back to. But anyway. Carla. Yes, that's the name of our car.
Yes.
Carla.
Because Lon wants to name everything Carl for some reason. I don't know. So.
Mostly insects. Insects are mostly named Carl.
I'm going now, and he's going to have a real show.
Okay. As much as I can. It's pretty noisy here.
Noisy here because there's more people coming in here. You may get the camera off me, please.
I'll take the camera off you.
Without switching.
Okay, without switching. Turn it around. There I am. Look at this. There's not things hanging, weirdness, and the car looks really great.
I just took that off.
and there's a paint job. They did a paint job. The entire roof
Yeah.
is
The sides are not painted, but the front and back are.
Yeah. So
It's amazing.
so here we are. I'll give you. We're at the co-op, and this is what the co-op looks like. Okay.
You may not show me going in. So.
No, I won't. Anyway, I hope we're still on here.
You probably would rather have them go up the window and be quiet.
No, it'll be just fine with the window down because it's 101 at the moment. So it is 10:43. The date, I believe it's the 8th. Yes, September 8th or 9th. Yeah, we're elderly people. We don't know the dates. Okay. Anyway, what did I do? I brought something here. I'm getting ready to, I'm excited because I'm getting ready to present, albeit via Zoom or something like that, present at this year's Thelema Con. Now, Thelema Con is a convention of Thelemites. Where was it last time? Was it in... Anyway, I traveled to it last time. David Shoemaker and I played a duet of Sweet Babylon. I think you can find it on the internet, which is pretty good because he is a very good, tasty guitarist. Anyway, so this year, I'd like to talk about, sort of what I've got on my mind at the moment. And what's on my mind a lot is what a lot of people are also concerned about, the world system around us. Now, Thelema, at least in Crowley's view, Thelema is an important step in human consciousness. It's not just a new cult or a new organization. It's not even a new religion. Thelema is, in a sense, a recognition and an acceptance of the fact of life that mankind or humanity has entered in a new phase of consciousness, a fundamental shift in consciousness. And it's a very simple but profound shift. And in that, you could describe that shift as a recognition of each individual or each unit of consciousness, in a sense, being the center of the universe. We are a universe unto ourselves. But instead of it being manifest in relationships and politics and such, manifest as anarchistic, all for themselves, each man for himself kind of thing. Instead of being that, it's that same recognition that each of us is the center of our universe, and that if we would discover what our will is, we would discover that it is in harmony with the great purpose of existence, period, universal. They used to say, I want to know God's will, and I want to do it. Well, it's pretty damn hard to figure out God's will. But it's at least you've got a shot at finding out what your freaking will is. And if it's really your will, it is already in harmony with the universal purpose, the universal will. I'm saying this wrong because I'm in a parking lot of a grocery store and it's 100 and some degrees. Anyway, I've been thinking about it lately because I'm old enough to at least remember anecdotally that the esoteric societies and esoteric philosophies and religions in the mid-20th century had to exist within, or at least survive, in a very hostile social environment. Karl Germer of the OTO was imprisoned in an assortment of Nazi concentration camps because he was, one, a Freemason, two, he was married to a Jew, and third, he was a colleague of the wicked Aleister Crowley, who they suspected was a British foreign agent. People died in concentration camps. Many of them for their religious, racial, and we're seeing it pop up all over the world today. A disturbing trend in Germany just recently. France is, but the United States is disturbingly close to an authoritarian takeover, if you will. Not only that, but it's tied quite obviously and openly and vociferously to Christian nationalism. Now, the Salem witch trials were an example of Christian nationalism in action. Okay, things are looking very strange, and at the very least, here in the United States, November is going to probably trigger a series of events that will at least be uncomfortably chaotic, and at worst catastrophic. And the world of esoteric studies, esoteric identification, esoteric organizations may be going through a very stressful period. So the title of my talk at Thelema Con this year is Thelema in Dystopia. And besides just identifying the very disturbing things around us, Thelema also offers encouragement, hope, and inspiration. At least should offer that. Now, in Crowley's Seven Rites of Eleusis, he uses poetry, music, and dance to affect changes in specific kinds of changes in consciousness in the audience. Like Saturn, that you should feel sort of somber and bummed out at the end of Saturn, and at the end of Jupiter you should be feeling very Jovian. But each of those rites, of course, represents, at the climax, the fall of that particular planetary sphere or that god. Saturn giving way to Jupiter, Jupiter giving way to Mars, Mars giving way to the Sun, etc., etc. And in the Rites of Losers, Crowley uses a lot of his own poetry, but he uses a lot of Shelley and Swinburne because he admired their ability to communicate what he wanted to communicate too. And Shelley wrote a poem, I don't know, it turned into a play, I guess, called Prometheus Unbound. And if you've read it or read about it, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Prometheus, of course, was a Titan, I guess, that disobeyed Zeus, or Jupiter, the king of the gods, and he brought fire to mankind. Okay, and Zeus said, no, they're going to misuse that, keep them fireless. But he did anyway, and Zeus punished him and nailed him to a rock, and the eagle of Jupiter ate his liver every night and stuff like that. He eventually gets unbound, and he's unbound by well, at least one version of it in Shelley's version, bound by the Demogorgon. And the Demogorgon, let's see, officially, is the force that cannot change. The spirit who represents an eternal force in nature, and it personifies necessity. The Demogorgon cannot change the course of history, but is privy to some of the secrets of destiny and fate. And he's the son of the god that's even above Jupiter. And the Demogorgon actually dethrones Jupiter in the same way that Jupiter is dethroned at the end of the Rites of Lucis, and in the same way that Jupiter dethroned Saturn. So it represents these passing of ages, but a sequence of aeons in human consciousness too. So that makes the Prometheus story sort of extra appropriate to what we're all going through right now, and to what appears to be, at least in the short run, a dystopian culture around us. Here is a poem that Crowley uses in the rite of, I believe, the Rite of Saul, and it's a poem by Shelley, and it's from the Prometheus Unbound. And the Demogorgon is speaking here at first, and it says, "Man who wert once a despot and a slave, a dupe and a deceiver, a decay, a traveler from cradle to the grave through the dim night of this immortal day." And then the chorus around him says, "Speak! Thy strong words may never pass away." In other words, preach on that, brother. And here's his speech. "This is the day which down the void abysm at earth's bourne fell, yawns for heaven's despotism. And conquest is dragged captive through the deep. Love, from its awful throne of patient power in the wise heart, from the last giddy hour of dread endurance, from the slippery steep and narrow verge of crag-like agony, springs and folds over the world its healing wings. Gentleness, virtue, wisdom, and endurance. These are the seals of that most firm assurance which bars the pit over destruction's strength. And if, within firm hand, eternity, mother of many acts and hours, should free the serpent that would clasp her in his length, these are the spells by which to resume an empire over the disentangled doom. To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night, to defy power which seems omnipotent, to love and bear, to hope, till hope creates from its own wreck the thing it contemplates, neither to change nor falter nor repent. This, like thy glory, O Titan, is to be good, great, and joyous, beautiful, and free. This alone, life, joy, empire, and victory. And I guess that's how to handle Thelema in dystopia. That's it for today. Thank you for waiting. It's we're late and it's a crazy day, but I'm so glad I got the car back. I'll take some pictures of its shiny newness, and there's some paint job here and there. It's Carla is happy, and so am I. Until tomorrow and Sunday school, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.